Welcome back, beautiful and amazing human beings. This is Ogrodowski of wearechange.org, and I don't have much time because I'm literally about to get on a plane to go to Paris to cover, of course, the madness that has been happening there and is expected to escalate this Saturday in, of course, the French capital, where yellow vest protesters have what people are saying are pretty much causing a revolution down there. And again, this is an extremely fascinating story because, again, it brings the left and the right together as we're seeing far left Antifa and right-wing nationals all wearing the yellow vest together, demonstrating against the government in France, against Macron, who is a very big establishment Rothschild kind of figure. So, yeah. Interesting story that, of course, we're going to be on the ground covering. And again, like what we're seeing right now is even French companies trying to bribe workers to stop the riots that are expected to happen this weekend. We're seeing the French military also move in and galvanize to the Paris capital. So, holy cow, yeah, I'm kind of excited, kind of scared, because this is seeming to build up to a very big thing, which, of course, we're going to be covering live. So, definitely subscribe, click the notification button. We are most likely, what I'm most likely going to do is just click live and just show you everything that's happening, unedited, as I'm there on the ground in Paris. And this event's definitely going to be a very interesting one. And just like any event, there, of course, is major mainstream manipulation, especially when it comes to the events that are unfolding in Paris. As we are seeing, the media, who praised the Syrian protesters, now kind of label these protests and cover them in a way that characterizes them as dangerous. We see endless crying by the Western media about the need for humanitarian interventions when protesters are suppressed, but wow, we're not seeing this in Paris. We're seeing the media go from 2011, Facebook is allowing citizens to talk to each other, to express their grievances, especially in the Middle East. A greater deep state geopolitical goal of special interest that really have a big impact on social media. When it had a bigger profit motive and control and power motive for few select people, they were like, yeah, this is great, guys. And now they're saying Facebook is causing riots and is dangerous. Because guess what? People are angry that the wealthy are not paying taxes. Okay, so I think it's very clear that the Western media has special invested interest in how they cover stories. But to me, one of the biggest interests that they've shown is utterly distracting us with nonsense that has no impact or effect on our lives. And this talks about to the greater dumbassification that is being spread all over social media with their mind cancer, with now... oh, jeez Louise. People saying that no Santa impersonators are discriminating against women. This is the absolute dumbassness being spread by Western media to distract us. They're going after Rudolph, too. They're saying now that Rudolph is racist. Oh my God! And what we're seeing right now is not only just, yeah, I can't. What we're seeing right now is the stupidest, sensationalist things being thrown at you just to galvanize a reaction to, of course, generate clicks. And this has reached the epitome of idiocracy, as we've seen in that famous movie. Watch that movie. It's absolutely terrifying because it's almost as if it's a documentary to where we are and about to be very close in our society and our way of life. Terrifying. That's a real scary movie. But seriously, when talking about the issues that are affecting us right now, I don't give a damn about an apparent racist Rudolph or women Santa. I don't care about what PETA or what other deranged, lunatic, mentally ill human beings want or expect of others. Like look at PETA. PETA wanted... God, like you think this is a joke. It's so ridiculous that people have to talk about it, and it's dominating the national discourse, while, of course, other legitimate issues just are ignored, and our life goes down the crap hole that it's becoming. Now, I don't want to feed a fed horse here, but you should never trust the horse manure that the Western media is. Well, duh. And especially when it comes to the economy, that right now is in a very turbulent spot, mainly because it's an artificially inflated system that only exists to rob you of your wealth, to make the few rich even richer, and screw everyone else over because it's based on a pack of lies. I don't know if you realize this, but we don't have capitalism. We have socialism for the super rich. Tax incentives, tax breaks, subsidies, corporate welfare, insider trading. What we do have is corporatist globalists who are gobbling everything up with, of course, the sure assistance and help from the mainstream media, which, of course, they have special interest with and special business with, as well as social media. And these bungholes won't tell you any of these important aspects when it comes to how fake our whole economic system actually is. And this is a great article by Zero Hedge, which I will have linked below, which is definitely worth watching, and goes over, just how two corporations control 90% of the beer that Americans drink. By the way, don't drink beer. It has fluoride, calcifies your pineal gland, blah, 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 all that other hippie stuff that you should probably know about. But that's just my opinion. But if you look at any market, the beef market, health insurance market, online tech, all of it is controlled by monopolies that, of course, are reinforced by government. Special interest by government. People pay the mafia to do special things that they wouldn't normally be able to do. That's how our system works. That's how it operates. And the school system will never teach you this. The media will never tell you this, but that's how our society exists. That's why the media is also controlled by a few conglomerates, a majority of it. And again, horrible things happen. Horrible things happen because of this use of force and this ideology that, if I have just a bigger mafia, I could just do what I want. But now we're living under the illusion that it's somehow different. And it's not. And Saudi Arabia is a perfect example of that, where they literally just paid off votes in the U.S. House Senate to vote in their favor. Now, of course, mainstream media will mention this, but will not make a big stink out of this like they did with Russia for some reason. Why? Because it doesn't serve the special interest that the big club is all a part of that they're helping each other with. And because of the Saudi money and oil and U.S. petrodollar and other things that absolutely, geopolitically, strategically are stupid for the United States to participate in. And I went over those topics in greater detail in other videos before that you could watch on this channel. That's a whole nother topic to get into. But look what's happening. U.S. clearly helped establish, fund, operate, arm ISIS, and even right now, the U.S.'s actions inside of Syria are giving them breathing space, allowing them to grow and to foster, and making it very difficult for the Syrian government to take back their country. But since the jihadis are being lazy or not really kicking up a storm just like the U.S. military-industrial complex expected them to, ever since, they financed and funded them, we of course got to make Russia the enemy. And that situation looks like it's about to kick off and may start a little proxy war just like we saw in Syria, because why the hell not? War's a racket, and with any war, you need total control of information, which of course is what Google's after. Another big monolith monopoly, tech industry giant that violates your privacy. Why? Because they want total control. Even when you think you have privacy and are using Google features that are supposed to give you privacy, like the incognito option on your browser, you then don't even have any freedom then. And again, all of this is happening not because of bad boogeyman people up there, up above you, doing all these things to you. No, they're happening because of you and the choices you make as an individual, which is the biggest truth that a lot of people need to hear and understand, is that you and you only are the only ones responsible for the way you live your life and the way we all live our lives. Start living a better life, and then all of us will too. Sit in that cushy, warm, corporate, murder burger, GMO, Monsanto-infused, probiotic, greasy goo that people call meat with artificial plastic cheese, stuffing it down your face hole, causing your arteries to be filled with goo, as literal, bio-designed, poisoned, that is disguised as food, is running throughout your entire system, slowly evaporating the human soul and spirit that you have inside of you as you glare at your spying device that is really documenting you instead of you documenting what you think you're documenting, with of course you unknowingly becoming the product for something that you think is free, but really is not only curating content for you, but curating every aspect of your life, psychologically programming you with the smartest psychological scientist out there to be the best consumer you could be. Or really just slave. Or be different. Whoa, that was a lot. Sorry, I couldn't really organize an entire video. I literally just have to run to the airport right now. If you found that somehow useful or thoughtful, this is just a stream of consciousness from me today, unorganized. If you enjoyed this somehow, let me know what you thought of it. If you think there were some useful messages, share it with your friends and family members, because YouTube definitely won't. I wonder if you could guess why that's going to happen. And if you want to live differently and see things from a different perspective and see a way out, go to wearechange.org, click on Living the Change, and check out our new email list and product where we're going to be directly creating content to liberate people as much as we can, or at least show them places to run away to. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys appreciated this broadcast. If you did, love you guys. If you didn't, I love you too. It's fine. I gotta run. Thank you again so much for watching. Stay tuned for more.